And before you come into the comment section crying about why does everything have to be about race,
put your glasses back on.
last night, Shannon Sharpe was at the Lakers game against the Memphis Grizzlies, acting a whole fool, getting ready to fight Dillon Brooks, Ja Morant, and Ja Morant's father in front of millions of people on national television on ESPN. Now, before we get too deep into this brief commentary, let me read to you what Shannon Sharpe had to say about the altercation via ESPN reporter Dave McMenamin. Shannon Sharpe stated, "They didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't about all that jockeying. It started with Dillon Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then Ja came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then the dad came, and he obviously didn't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now." This is wildly shameful, and the reason for that is this. When Skip Bayless repeatedly disrespects Shannon Sharpe on national television,
put your glasses back on,
talking to Shannon as if he's a little boy, buck breaking him for the world to see, this dried up, shriveled little raisin looking man repeatedly buck broke this big old man that you see on your screen right now. When he disrespects you, all the excuses come out about why Shannon is unable to defend himself. He's under contract. He has to be professional at all times. He can't let anybody trick him out of position and lose millions of dollars, so on and so forth. The excuses are endless. In the name of professionalism, Shannon Sharpe will tolerate all types of disrespect from Skip Bayless, and his fanboys will always come up with all the excuses in the world for why he has to. But do you see how when it comes to black men, now all of a sudden Shannon Sharpe has zero tolerance for disrespect and is ready for all the smoke and wants all the problems. Now all of a sudden that professionalism that he has to maintain goes right out the window. Shannon was ready to lose it all on national television in front of millions of people because he just can't tolerate disrespect coming from other black men. But if it comes from someone that looks like Skip, now here comes the excuses. And before you come into the comment section crying about why does everything have to be about race,
put your glasses back on.
Had Shannon Sharpe put hands on Ja Morant, the NBA would have put Shannon's head on a platter. FS1 would have put a statement out within the first 5 minutes of the altercation describing how they have officially severed ties with Shannon Sharpe. And his sports commentary career would have been completely finished. You would have never seen Shannon Sharpe in the mainstream ever again. Yet when it came to dealing with the alleged disrespect coming from Dillon Brooks, Ja Morant, and Ja Morant's father, he could have cared less about any of that because now all of a sudden his pride and integrity as a man is the only thing that matters in that moment. But let's be real. The only reason it mattered in that moment to Shannon Sharpe is because he was dealing with other black men. But when it comes to dealing with Skip Bayless and those who look like him, now all of a sudden, it's time to keep it professional. And with all that being said, that does it for today's video. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. All social media links will be pinned in the comment section below. And also, please make sure you text tdhiphop to number 33222. That's tdhiphop to number 33222. That way you'll get a text notification whenever I release a new video, but it also serves as an insurance plan for myself. So in case YouTube ever gives me the axe, I'll be able to send you a direct link to where you can find me next. And last but certainly not least, for those of you who have a love and appreciation for the work that I put in on this channel, the #1 way you can show your support is through Patreon. For only $3 a month, that will help put me in position to take TD Hip Hop Media off of YouTube. Remember, the goal is not to grow big on YouTube, but to grow independent of YouTube. And for those of you who have issues with joining Patreon, you can also hit the join button that's next to the subscribe button, and that way you can become an official channel member for as little as $3 a month as well. And lastly, if you haven't already, please make sure you join the emailing list. There is no way that I can go independent of YouTube if I cannot take the audience with me. And the link to that will be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you for your time, and until the next video, peace.